Well, time has come. Physical media is dead. I hate to say that, but as of yesterday, the old digital future that us video game collectors and even us like dedicated gamers that love having a physical media collection just gonna have to live with it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's what this whole video is going to be about. I don't know how I feel about this. Because yesterday, Sony announced that they are ending all physical production for games starting January 2028. And it's a shame, because not only that, the biggest game of the year, Grand Theft Auto 6, is going to be a digital-only release. And the physical release is just a freaking code in a box. I hate that this is the future that we're coming to. Because I love my physical collection. I love collecting for the 3DS and the DS. I have my Nintendo 3DS XL here, and I've been discovering new DS games that I'm not into. And I also want to bring up the Vita, because they also announced, and this kind of went a little bit under the radar, but the PlayStation 3 digital storefront, as well as the Vita digital storefront, is closing down next year. And there are games that I want to get on my Vita that are either going to be super expensive to try and get physically, or they are just for a console that I don't own. Like, there's some PSP games that I wouldn't mind playing on my Vita here. And I do have digital games. I got digital on my Vita, on my 3DS. My 3DS here is soft modded, so I'm able to download games for free. And then I got my PlayStation 5, which has digital games that I bought on PlayStation 4 when I had one. And then I got my PlayStation 2, but that doesn't have any digital games. And that's all the consoles I own. And those are the only consoles that I am going to own for now. I do not plan on ever getting the PlayStation 6. And yeah, I just really don't know how to feel about this. I'm Metro Otaku Gamer, if you guys don't know. I love JRPGs. I love the PlayStation 2. These are just some of the games that I have in my physical collection that I really enjoy playing. From like Final Fantasy, Atelier Iris, Metal Gear, Sub Rebellion even. I even play modern games from like Final Fantasy, like a Dragon, Resident Evil. And I even have The Adventures of Elliot, which is like the most newest game that I got, and I'm absolutely loving this, and it feels like a retro game. I got other games in my collection, and yeah, retro gaming is going to get a little bit more pricey, I feel like, with the ending of all production of physical games. And right now it's just Sony, but I have a feeling that Xbox is going to follow suit. Xbox is just doing Xbox things right now, and Nintendo is just doing Nintendo things right now. I'm a Sony fanboy through and through. I grew up on the PlayStation and the PlayStation 2. So I am definitely a ride or die fanboy of PlayStation, but with what they have done has kind of soured a bit for me, because I love collecting physical games. And to know that we are moving into this all digital future has me scared, because it's also going to affect the retro gaming market. I just know. I mean, I'm lucky that I have games like these in my collection. Heart to Know Xenosaga, Wild Arms 5, Suikoden 5. These are like the most expensive games in my collection right now. And I'm happy that I have them now, because if I didn't have them now, trying to get them once all physical media is now all digital, it's going to cause the whatever physical games that are out there to most likely skyrocket. And the retro gaming market was already affected by a few years ago, well, more like almost several years ago, when we had the event that shall not be named. Yeah, I do hope that we could get more games like these here, the Tales of remasters. These two games were stuck on the PlayStation 3 for a long time, and now they are on all modern consoles. There's also the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2, which is finally giving us Guns of the Patriots, which that was stuck on the PlayStation 3 for a long time. On PlayStation 4, we got Bayonetta and Vanquish as a dual pack. That was pretty awesome, because those games were stuck on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, and now they are available on the PlayStation 4, but it would be nice if they got ported to other consoles like the Switch. This is going to be rough, but hopefully some change or something could happen where this could all change for the better. Because right now the future is looking very bleak. I'm still going to be collecting physical games. I am primarily more focused on retro games. I have been trying to build up my PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 collection over the last couple months, but now I'm just going to try and focus more on retro when I can. Right now, collecting isn't my highest priority. I have plenty of games to last me a couple lifetimes if I really want to, especially since I primarily play RPGs, and RPGs can vary anywhere from like a 10-hour game to like 100 to 200 hours. Hell, freaking Monster Hunter, one of my favorites, you can spend thousands of hours in that game. And then ones like Horizon Forbidden West, that's open world, you could spend hundreds of hours in this game. You could spend hundreds of hours in pretty much any game if you just play it over and over again. And with me, I will definitely be playing a lot of these games that I own physically for a long time, as many times as I want to, and then I feel like I will get enjoyment out of every playthrough. Like hell, I replayed the Metal Slug games, a few of them just recently, and I still enjoy playing those games, and they only last like an hour long, and I've played at least each and every single one of them at least 100 times, all the way through. I love those games to death. And yeah, I have them digitally, and it does scare me that I will be losing access to these digital games at any given moment, and that's why I'm not liking the fact that we are going to an old digital future, because these games that we bought digitally, we don't own anything digitally, can be taken away from us at any given moment. But for these physical games that I have in my hand right now, nobody can take these away from me. None of these corporations, none of these companies, these developers, publishers have the right to take these away from me. Especially the PlayStation 2 and older games, because the entire game is on the disc. And don't even get me started on the fact that even though there are still games coming out physically, we're getting a lot of games where you have to have all these downloads and DLCs and day one patches and all that just in order to play the freaking game. I miss the old days of popping in a game in your console and being able to experience it from beginning to end without any interruptions whatsoever, without any downloads, patches, anything like that. And the future is just very bleak, and there's going to be a lot of things that I'm going to miss, and a lot of things that you guys are going to miss. And let me know how you guys feel about this in the comments down below. that's going to be pretty much it for this video. I don't know what else to say, because I'm kind of at a standstill here. I don't really know how to feel one way or another. I don't mind an old digital future because I do primarily collect retro, but there are still games coming out to this day that I would love to own physically, and knowing that all physical production, which could even affect third party, and I believe it is highly affecting third party games as well, and like limited run games and all that. But yeah, that's gonna be it. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.